The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization. Welcome to Let's Talk Business-Tampa Bay, a live interactive TV show where you can receive help for your business and also participate in on-air brainstorming sessions to help others in their business. And now, your hosts, Carl Lucci and Walt Morey.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay. I'm Carl Lucci with Success Builders, and I'm a business consultant. And with me is Walt Morey. Walt is a business coach with Core Business Solutions. Our goal with Let's Talk Business Tampa Bay is to give you tips and information to help you in your business. We also offer live call-ins. You can call in and ask questions. And last week on our show, on our very first show, we talked about distribution and marketing. And this week, we're going to be talking about video and why it's so important and how it can help you in your business. And we're going to start off with the video aspect of this right now. And the portions we're going to talk about is why you need video in your business, what a video should contain, producing a quality video, and how and where to distribute your videos. I have to tell you that if you're not using video in your business right now, you are behind the eight ball. I mean, it's almost imperative. It's almost as imperative as having a website, and you know you need a website. The thing with video is that on YouTube alone, every second there is a video being uploaded. There are over 4 times as many videos being uploaded this year than there were last year. So video is making an important dent in the way we do business. Years and years ago when we didn't have video, we didn't have this luxury. The nice part about it is you can promote your business very affordably, even free in some instances. There are all kinds of places to put your video, but it's just important that you have the right video in the right place. The biggest problem I find with a lot of videos that I see is that somebody will have a very professional business and they'll have a very amateurish video on their homepage or on their website. And that being said, I really am a big believer of putting a quality video on the homepage. The reason for that is most people would rather watch a video than read a bunch of text. And we just live in an MTV world right now. And when we just, people don't have the time to read a lot of information or they don't want to take the time. You can say so much in a 30 to 60 second video that you would have to read, lines and lines, and people would have to scroll on your home page. It should be there to sell the sizzle, not the steak. It's not there to educate people. It's there to make them more interested in what you do. If you are a good on-camera person, then it might be good for you to be on camera. If not, you really should consider having an on-camera person be in your video, somebody that comes across professional. Now, if you don't have a real professional business, you can probably produce your own video, and it really won't matter that much. But most everybody that we talk with they're very professional, and that's what I feel they should have is a professional video. What should you have in your video? Probably more important than the video is the script. And a lot of times people, what they want to do is they want to educate people right off the bat on that video. That is the worst thing you can do on the home page of your website, is to try to educate people. Your script should only say who you are, what you do, and why somebody should use your business or why they should look further in your website to get more information. Less is more. Get in and get out. So the script is probably the very first thing you need to make sure you have right. If you don't feel comfortable writing a script, get someone who is comfortable writing a script. Find somebody that knows what they're doing. Because if you have a beautiful video and a horrible script, you're just wasting your time and you're not going to get the results from the video that you want. The second thing is that you want to produce a video that is the highest quality you can possibly have. Now, I'm talking about for your homepage video. There's other videos that I'll talk about in a minute that don't need to be as high quality. But you want to make sure you're using high quality equipment to shoot the video. You want to make sure your lighting is done well. Make sure the sound is done well, because any aspect that's off will detract people from your message. So you want to make sure that it's shot properly. Also, make sure you have the proper editing equipment. If you don't have editing equipment, I suggest you either get editing equipment or find someone who is a professional to edit your video, because what you want is a very professional looking video on your home page. And the other thing is if you are going to be shooting your own, always use a tripod, okay? And if you're going to be in the video, practice and practice and practice. Practice in front of a mirror, have people critique it for you, but keep that video from 30 to 60 seconds. I always like to tell people if they have to buy a six-pack to watch it, they won't watch it, okay? The whole thing is you need to make sure that you just get the point out of who you are, what you do, briefly, and why they should use you, okay? And it's almost like your 30-second elevator pitch, okay? And you might even do that in question form, you know? What would you do in case of this? How would you do this? Whatever. Well, that's what we do in our business. And I encourage you to look inside of our website to learn more about what we do and how we do it differently than other companies, because you want to be very distinct in your business. And that's the message you want to put across in your video. Now, as I said, you want to produce a high-quality video. Once you have that video completed, what do you do with it? There are literally hundreds of places you can post your videos, and a lot of them are free. The biggest and most well-known, obviously, is YouTube. YouTube, they have, it's on a monthly basis, it's a toss-up of who gets more views on the YouTube website or Google. Google, the hits that they have, and YouTube sometimes are different. But more and more people are going to YouTube now to find videos, to learn how to do things, or to find out information about stuff, instead of going to websites to find the information. The other thing, the other value of video is that actually videos now, right now, can be search engine optimized. So it will actually give you better views and more views for your website, because you can search engine optimize that, and that is very easy to do. There's instructions on YouTube to do that. But what you would need to do if you're going to use YouTube, and why not? They're the biggest, right? Upload your videos to a video channel. It's very easy to do. If you don't know how to do that, you can contact us and we'll help you with it. But all the information is laid out pretty simply on YouTube on how you do these things. And I encourage you to have at least one channel. I have 3 channels, and I have over 120 videos now on there, and every one of those is optimized. I'm sure that you probably have done a search for some kind of content on Google, and you look down the left-hand side of the page, and all of a sudden you'll see a little icon or a little postage stamp size video. Well, everybody's eyes are drawn to that. And right now, if you optimize your videos, you can be there for that search term in many cases. It's not always going to happen, and it won't always be there in the organic searches. But if it is there, people's eyes are drawn to that before they'll look at any text. And 9 times out of 10, I would say they're going to click on that to see what that video is. That, in turn, can draw people and take people to your website. So the reason why I said right now is because once everybody catches on to this and everybody starts using videos, when you do Google searches, you're going to find down the left-hand side, you're going to find a bunch of videos. And so you're not going to be an individual listing on that page. You're going to have a lot of people to compete with. So I strongly urge you to do video, do a lot of it, add a lot of good content, and then put that on there. Now, I told you that it doesn't always have to be a professional video. I believe that if you have an opportunity to do testimonials, live, real testimonials, you can use your camera phone for those. In fact, it might be better not to have a professional camera for your testimonials because it looks more real. If it looks like it's a staged testimonial, well, then it may not come across as real as what a less professional-looking shot would be. But keep those short as well. Don't have the people ramble on for 5 minutes giving you a testimonial. The easiest way to do that is for you to maybe ask them questions like a short interview, asking them what they thought of your business, how was the service, and that type of thing. And then put those on the inside on a testimonials page. That's powerful because people will do business with you if they can get honest referrals. Anybody can write a text referral. You could write your own. So they're less believable than if you actually have a client or customer or someone that will give you an honest opinion about the services that you offered. So just to bottom line it, there's many ways of doing video, but the best way is to have a professional video. I advise you to put less print, less text, less information on your homepage, which we'll be doing a whole segment on your website and how it should be constructed to get more business. But definitely utilize video on there. I use it on all my websites, and I encourage my clients to do that as well. We're going to, if you have any questions about this, I know this was a very abbreviated and a lot of content and a lot of, in a short period of time, but we only have a half hour here tonight, and we have an interview we're going to be doing. Walt's going to be doing an interview with Bob Terrell. But you can call in right now if you want, if you have a question, and after this short break, what we'll do is we'll try to answer your question. And if you don't want to call into the show, that's fine. You can always contact me directly at my Success Builders-Tampa Bay website. Or you can give me a call at 727-458-7683. But the number right now is on the screen if you want to call in. If you have a question about video, I'll be happy to try to answer that after this short break. So, Gary, if you want to, we'll just go into the break.
Welcome to Tampa Bay Networkers, also known as TBN. I think you will agree that business networking success is all about numbers. The more new people we can meet or network with, the better our chances for business success. When you attend your current networking meetings, do you ever feel like you are collecting the same business cards and listening to the same 30-second commercials week after week without meeting many new people? Well, that can all change when you become a TBN partner. Tampa Bay Networkers has developed a unique formula for networking groups all over the Tampa Bay. The TBN formula is based on honesty and incentive, and it will provide you with an abundance of new networking opportunities like you have never experienced before. Not only does the TBN formula provide you with more networking opportunities, Tampa Bay Networkers will pay you to use the formula. If you would like to put your business in front of more people and get paid to do it, you need to check out Tampa Bay Networkers.
Okay, we're back. That was Tampa Bay Networkers, which is a networking group that I founded about 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years now. And we have free meetings all over the Tampa Bay area, and I encourage you to attend as many networking meetings as you can. Okay, I hope that the video tips we gave you were helpful. If not, like I said, or if you have further questions, you're welcome to give us a call. Right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this over to Walt, and he's going to interview Bob Terrell. Bob is a presentations coach, and he also is available for on-camera work, and he actually has done a lot of mine. As you saw, he did the Tampa Bay Networkers. So now I'm just going to turn it over to Walt, and Walt, if you want to interview Bob, that'd be great.
Thank you, Carl, and welcome everyone to our second segment here where we're going to talk with Bob Terrell. Bob Terrell is a presentations coach, and I've known him several years, does a great job. But I think it's important that we understand what he can bring to the table. Carl's been talking about video and how to do a video. Well, one of those things you got to learn to do or have someone do for you is how to develop a presence, your own presence in front of that camera, what to say, and that type of thing, how to look, how to dress, all that stuff, and Bob can do that for you. But I want to thank Bob for coming tonight. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And my first question for you, Bob, and I'm sure the listeners want to know, how did you get into this business?
It's a fair question, and I was lucky. A lot of years ago, I had a boss that tapped me on the shoulder and said, Bob, how would you like to become a trainer? Well, my first reaction would have been trainer. I don't want to be one of those. But since he was the boss, I said, put me in, coach. Do it now. Thankfully, once I got involved in that business, training, corporate training, whatever you want to call it, interpersonal skills training, I never looked back. There was something about finding my passion there. And once I did, and I won't mention how many years ago it was, but let's just say the better part of my life has been spent coaching, training, guiding, instructing, mentoring, doing all the things that I love that eventually help the other people that I'm working with.
So that's, so it really came out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Was something you planned for or anything like that? Just kind of happened.
One of those guys that, probably saw something in me that maybe I didn't see, and thank God he did, because when he tapped me on the shoulder, after that it was, wow, I found my niche, my mark.
Wow, that's terrific. And let me ask you, what makes you different from other coaches like you, presentation coaches and other people that coach people for commercials, whatever?
Well, one of the things I have in my background, everybody, and especially important to this question, is Toastmasters. And what we do in Toastmasters is we concentrate on feedback. We make sure that people are always offered positive and constructive feedback. That helps them grow and helps them develop. And in my case, part of the training function and part of the feedback function allows me to work with people individually or even in a group format like a class. So what I think that makes me stand out is the feedback portion, the coaching portion, because anybody can, as Carl pointed out, set up a camera and just go for it. But when you're able to get feedback on it and maybe adjust the way you come across, then all of a sudden the personality shines and there's a lot more relaxation.
Makes sense, makes sense. And what are the biggest problems, kind of follow into that, what are the biggest problems you find that people have in presenting, whether it be in front of a camera or not? What are the issues that they tell they struggle with?
Well, think about what we're doing right here in this live TV show. A lot of times people just say, please, I don't want to be in the camera shot. I'm too scared. It's a scary thing. And not only that, if you think about it, especially for the small business owners and professionals out there, when someone says, hey, you've got the 10 minutes before the Chamber of Commerce, that sounds wonderful, but a lot of times that can be a very frightening situation. Sure. So one of the things that really helps me work with people is to be able to say, let's practice. Let's do something that gets you prepared so that you're more natural, more relaxed, more focused on what you're able to say and the way you want to say it, as opposed to, oh my God, I'm scared. I don't think I can get off base one.
Makes sense. And I understand that you use video as a tool in your training, so tell our viewers, how exactly do you use the video in this situation, and how does that work?
I actually use it in two different ways. If you think about feedback, there's nothing better than show and tell. I'm actually able to take a video of the person's presentation while we're practicing, and then as I give them feedback, they're able to see the points that I'm making about maybe you adjust this, maybe you do this well. That's one way, but the other way is to do just what we're doing right here and what Carl alluded to, and that's to get people thinking about how do I put my personality, how do I put my pizzazz, if you will, in my business presentation. And nothing beats visual, absolutely nothing. We all know about sounding well and sounding professional, but when you've got the visual, as Carl pointed out, someone's going to point at that logo, that icon, that something, that little dash of a picture there, and they're going to say, I want to watch and listen as opposed to just read. So video becomes super important in giving feedback and getting people to that place where Carl talked about that say, make your business shine through your personality.
I have a question for that. It just kind of popped in my head. When you're as a coach, who's your ideal client? Who's your perfect customer that you can work with and develop?
I hear that. I think right now my perfect client is a small business person. I've done a lot of networking, and of course with you and Carl and a lot of the people that I know that are out there struggling in some cases to get their business promoted, to get their business marketed. And let's face it, advertising has always been visual for as long as we can remember. The small business owner wants to grab a piece of that action. They want to be able to say, look, whatever I'm doing, it's worth putting out there, as Carl said, to the place we live in. And these days, we live in the internet. We live on the World Wide Web.
Makes sense. And Bob, if someone wants to get a hold of you, contact you and so forth, what's the best way for them to do that?
All right, we're looking at my information there on the lower third of the screen, but the number you can reach me at is 727-517-5753. That's 727-517-5753.
Great. So now we'll go to another break.
Actually, Gary, if you would, I'd like to ask Bob a question because I think it's important. When you do your videos with the people, okay, at the end of the session or after you've worked with them several hours or whatever, I understand you will give them a video that they can use, final video that they can use. I think this is important because this is one more aspect of how you can take a video of yourself after Bob has given you the proper training and use that for your website. So he's kind of answering the problem of how professional a video should be. And so I think it's very important that's done. So you want to elaborate on that a little
Sure,
bit?
I'd be glad to. And it's especially important because as you listen to what Carl just said, that first video where we're just kind of practicing can actually be used as a baseline or a benchmark to be able to say, look how far I've come. I'm fortunate. We're sitting here in the TalkWatch studios. They have all the professional equipment. I do as well have that similar equipment. I've got my own green screen studio at home. I've got all the lights, all the cameras, all the microphones. So anytime I'm working with a client, all they have to do is visit my studio. It's very economical. I get the video produced for them. I'll even upload it for them if they want. But whatever path it takes, the point is they've begun, Carl and Walt. They've started on the journey of make it visual, make it powerful, make it impactful.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to take a break here right now, and after the break, guys, you know we always have some giveaways during each show, and we had some giveaways last week's show and our first show, and after the break, you're going to hear more who won and some more information about some new giveaways and things that you can possibly win. So, see you after the break.
Have you ever had the opportunity to refer someone you knew but you didn't have their business card with you? Hi, I'm Bob Terrell, the presentations coach, and I just found this great new free networking and marketing tool that will revolutionize the way you get referrals. It's called mycardlistings.com. It's easy to use and access is free to everyone with an internet connection. With mycardlistings.com, you can search for the best businesses in Tampa Bay and then share them with others right from your cell phone. Upload your card today on mycardlistings.com so others can contact you anytime, anywhere with a call or email directly from your business card listing.
And we're back. And last week, as I mentioned before the break, we had some drawings for two winners that viewed the show. And they are Amy Abrams, who's won a free meal at the Mills in Pinellas Park, and Margaret McMullen won a free meal at Ferg's Sports Bar in downtown St. Pete. This week, we're also giving away two more this week. And all you have to do is go to our website, which is letstalkbusiness-tampabay.com. Okay, the graphic should be on your screen. And go to that website. And all you have to do, and you got to do that in the next 30 minutes. So if you're viewing this, write it down. You're going to go to that website, and in the subject, put secret word. In the body, you're going to put LTB 345. LTB 345. We will announce the winner on our next show. Also, I have my own secret word that I talked about today at networking meetings, in fact, all week. I have my own secret word thing, and the first two people who contact me will get and be provided an opportunity to be on our show in a coming weeks down the road. And that secret word this week is car. The secret word for my promotion is car. So the first two people who either text me or call me or email me with the word car, the first two will win.
Okay, great.
So I hope you've enjoyed our show, and please tell your friends about Let's Talk Tampa Bay. I want to thank you all for watching, and Bob and Carl, it's been a great evening tonight, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And I guess that's it. Gary, you can sign us out. Thank you.
Good night.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.